Good morning. If you want to see how we refurbished this old tool stand, we put high dollar wheels on it, fixed up the top, fixed up the drawers and the cabinet space. Stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. Today, welcome to Memphis Monday 374. Today we got a rolling tool stand, one of those red ones you see, people buy, some mechanics tool stand. Well, I've kind of turned it into a little mobile stand, you can move tools around the shop. I've had it about 25 years, but it has a fatal flaw that ends up putting it back in the corner because it's not very good to use. Today we're going to upgrade it and recondition it or retro mod it or whatever you call it. But we're not going to get any of that done unless we do what? That's right, we need to knock off that chit chat and get to work. Well, what motivated this is I put in this book shelf and writing desk with drawers and all that, installed it right here in this open space, my cabinets, to keep some of my books in. For years, this space was taken up by this little rolling tool stand. But the problem is I kept my portable air compressor here and just junk, but it left this entire area here unusable, just air. And the reason this was sitting in here is because of the fatal flaw I was telling you about. Let's talk about that. Now here's a couple of mobile tool stands. This is the old one here, and this is one we built last year. And here's the fatal flaw. On the new one we built and all my stuff, the wheels are all swivel on all four corners. So you can move this thing any way you want. If I'm sitting working somewhere and I want to move this thing, I can, it'll move anywhere. But with this thing, it's got swivel wheels on one end, but it's got fixed wheels on the other end. So it'll move this way, but if I try to move it back here, it won't move because it's got fixed wheels. And I don't know why they do that. There's probably some reason for it, but it's irritating as heck, and which is the reason this thing is set unused over in that cubby for all those years. Let's put this thing up on the bench and take a look at it. Well, it's got this bottom drawer here that slides in. Those little pocket doors. And these, I don't even know how they come out. And it looks like I put this top on here. I put a 3/4 inch, at least one sheet of 3/4 inch plywood as a nailer, and I don't know if I attached it from underneath or not. Looks like the first thing I need to do is clean this thing up. Let's do that first. I think I figured out how these drawers come out. I got a little metal tab right here that makes that catches a little notch right here. So my theory is that other little notch right there, if I press in on that, it should get by that. Well, I figured out the patent on it. And apparently, you put a screwdriver in here, once you can find the tab. Put a screwdriver in here and you give this thing a whack, and that pushes the tab back. And then you get the drawer out. That's my theory. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Here's a piece of 3/4 inch plywood right here, and I got the top attached to it. And then I have that 3/4 inch plywood attached from the side. That's pretty clever if that's what I did. That keeps me from having to put fasteners through the top or the bottom. So let me take these out and see if this comes apart. Okay, I got the screws out. I don't know if I got screws on the other end. Let's see. Well, I didn't want that bad boy to come off, did I? I always find it kind of fascinating when I go back and work on something that I built. See how I did it. Now you can see how this thing's built. 3/4 inch plywood is centered. I got these centering lines here, and it's attached to this top, and then this 3/4 inch plywood exactly fits down in the top of the piece. And there's the valley, you can see it. You know, this might be a one-day project, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and work on this top so I can get some finish on it so it can be drying while we do the other stuff. Well, there's our top. Pretty satisfied with that. Let's get back to the cleanup that we got sidetracked from. These are the high dollar wheels. They got the locking feature on all of them. They're good for about 2,000 pounds a piece. I think we're safe. See this dust? Super fine dust. This is the reason I'm always coughing and clearing my throat. And I go away on vacation for a week, and all that goes away. I come back here and, you know, take one breath and I'm gagging again. I don't think I'm going to paint these, but I am going to clean them up with a little soap and water. Well, I got the metal parts cleaned off. Now let's turn this thing over and see what the bottom looks like. Looks like these wheels held on with bolts. Now, with any luck, this pattern looks a lot like the pattern here. Maybe the bolt holes will line up. We'll see. Boy, this is working out for us. I just took the old wheel off and the new wheel bolted right back into the same holes. I'll go ahead and put the other 3 wheels on and we'll be on the roll. Well, I got the wheels all on. Looks brand new. Let's set it up and see if it rolls around right. And I got some, put some polyurethane on it, semi-gloss. Let's go eat some lunch, and maybe we can finish this project in one day. Well, I'm thinking we can do some assembly. Got everything clean, got wheels on, got everything straightened out. I think this thing goes in here like this. Some oil on these things. I don't know if they ever had oil before, but we'll put some in there. Now, if my theory's correct, I should be able to put my screwdriver on this little tab and give it a good hit. And then that will keep the drawer from coming completely out. Okay, I'll get some oil in this track up here. Well, it looks like I have this whole attachment scenario figured out. Putting it in from the sides here through these pre-drilled holes. And I used drywall screws. That's interesting. Wonder why I did that. Maybe I didn't have anything else. But I don't know how long they've been in here, but they worked. So don't fix it if it ain't broken. Well, I don't exactly know how I'm going to get this thing off here. But if it falls, that'd be a good check of its durability. Well, there's our little project for Memphis Monday 374. We fixed up the top. We put some high dollar wheels on it so it'll roll around in any direction. We fixed the drawers so they slide out nice and easy. Cleaned it all up. We didn't paint it because we want to keep that old patina. This is kind of a heirloom item for me. I've had this for about 25 years, I think. All right, overall I'm pretty satisfied. Well, that does it for Memphis Monday 374. Today we refurbished that little tool stand. I've been threatening to do that for a long time because those wheels are really irritating. I don't like to use it because you get it in tight places, you gotta play back and forth with it trying to get it to go anywhere, but now it'll just move anywhere. Fixed those drawers and got them to working good, oiled them and fixed the little locking tabs. Redid the finish on the top. And we explored how we built the thing in the original. You know, that actually, the way I put that top on is pretty slick. I must have been pretty smart back then. Can't think of anything else. Like, share, comment, and all the stuff you do on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.